Alright, fellas, today we're going to be talking about overall fitness advice. And I'm going to try to break it down into the different tiers or stages of what your fitness journey might look like. So, starting with the beginner phase, obviously, if you're just starting out, I would say number one thing to do when you're first starting to lift is to try a bunch of exercises. So try not to stick to like the same couple things. I would say really try to branch out, try out different machines that are in your gym, or different exercises maybe you see online. Or if you're like me and you had somebody in your personal life that got you into working out, ask them to show you a bunch of different things, like, hey, I'm doing legs and I know I'm supposed to do squats and hamstring curls and leg extensions, but what are some other things I can do to target my quads, stuff like that. And this is for the purpose of figuring out what you like to do and what you don't like to do. I'm gonna edit that out. Because kind of the next thing that you'll get into is your intermediate stage. So you've been going to the gym for, I don't know, maybe like a solid period of months or maybe a few years. You're kind of in that intermediate phase. And this is going to be when you kind of know what you do and don't like to do for each muscle group. So maybe for chest, you hate barbell benching, which is super normal, But a lot of people will just continue to do it because they've been told, like, oh, if you want a big chest, you have to barbell bench. Like, you don't. You do not need to do that. You should do, one, you should do the things that work for you. Two, you should do the things you enjoy for exercise for each muscle group. So if you don't like benching, that's great. You can do a machine chest press. You can do a dumbbell bench press. There are a bunch of different variations that you can do that you might enjoy more. Now, you're probably asking yourself, why are you saying this? Like, shouldn't you do things that are hard and do things you don't want to do? Because you really gotta want that shit, you really gotta want it. And I really want it because I do barbell bench press even though I really don't like it. Well, let me tell you something, and this might be true for you, it might not. I'm gonna say that it probably is, though, is that if you're doing an exercise that you don't like very much, you're not gonna train it very hard. You're going to do whatever's on your program or your plan, or even if you don't have a program or plan and you're just kind of going in there and doing whatever feels fine, feeling it out, which is totally fine to do. You don't have to be on a program or anything. You're gonna do the bare minimum. If your program says, like, yeah, you're doing a 3x6 with 185 on barbell bench press, you're gonna do that regardless of if it feels easy or not. If it feels easy, you're like, thank God, like, oh my God, I really didn't want to do that. Like, at least it's over. I did 3x6, whatever. And that's okay. But you didn't have fun because you didn't enjoy it. And there's absolutely no fucking point in doing this shit if you're not enjoying it at all. Like, the gym should be more of a hobby. It should be a fun activity, a good part of your day that you enjoy doing. When you're done with it, you feel better, you're feeling excited, and you're looking forward to your next session of those same sets of exercises so you can improve. You're not dreading the barbell bench press because you hate it, So that's my advice, because I think if you do something you really like, you're going to be inspired to go above and beyond. That's my 2 cents. So that's more intermediate phase. So starting out, try a bunch of things, start to learn, you know, what you like and don't like. Intermediate phase, you're learning what works for you, as well as what you like and don't like. So now you're kind of getting to that matured phase where you know what you need to do to get the gains that you want. Your nutrition's probably like relatively locked in, hopefully. I'm not saying it's got to be perfect, but you know, depending on what your goals are, you got to make sure your nutrition is right. So if you're just trying to be a little bit more healthy, maybe put on some muscle, have some fun, whatever, but you still want to go home and maybe eat a half pizza and a ho-ho and drink Miller Lite, you know, it's whatever. Like, it's your life. Do what you want to do. Just try to be a little bit healthier doing it. That's all I'll say. But yeah, I mean, once you get to that mature phase, I think that's when you start really getting precise with what you want to do, you know. And I think my brother is a good example of this. He could probably tell you a little bit more about it than I can, but you really get dialed in that programming. Maybe you have a coach or somebody close to you that knows your routine very well, or maybe you do it all yourself, because who knows you better than you. Yeah, you're really dialing in that program, getting it very precise, probably getting it a little bit harder to make astronomical gains in both size and strength, so you got to be more intentional with it. You know, you don't have the newbie buff anymore. You got that maturity nerf, but you know what you're doing, and that's important. You know what you're doing, you know what you like doing, and you know what works for you. So that's when you need to get a little more precise. I would say definitely be on some kind of program, or like track what you're doing. So hey, I did a barbell squat and I did 365 for 8, and it's my goal to do it for 10. That's what I'm trying to do over this 6-week period. I'm trying to increase that to 10 reps instead of 8 reps, so I'm trying to add 2. So how do you do that? You know, do a bunch of things that work for you, do some variations. Yeah, you know, you figure it out eventually. You get to that mature phase and you start to learn all different kinds of things, a very nuanced way of lifting. So that's my interpretation of the 3 phases of lifting, if I had to categorize it. So if you're in that starter phase, I would definitely try a bunch of shit out. I would try to do things that look fun, try to find exercise you really enjoy, make the gym a highlight of your day, find things that you like, find things that work for you, and then focus on dialing in, progressing those things slowly over time. So that's what it takes to be an average lifter with an average physique who works like 40-50 hours a week. So yeah, that's it, man. A lot of time, a lot of effort to be fucking average, maybe above average, but you should still do it. Have fun doing it. So anyways, thanks for watching. If you watched, just fitness tips, probably do some life advice next or something. So whatever I feel like talking about on the way home from my next gym session, that's what it's gonna be. But yeah, I'm having fun making these stupid videos. Yeah, I don't know, something to do, just a little hobby. So see you guys in the next one.